Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Wednesday afternoon live, number 66. I was just checking over there. Um, Wednesday afternoon live with SaleenDriver. That's me, the guy with the bad back. Yep, that's me. Guy with the bad back. Been bad for a week now. Good Lord. It's getting better. Just keep resting it. Keep, taking a leave to shrink down the old inflammation, and there you go. Jesse's here. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you indeed. Jesse, congratulations on getting all that shit straightened out and getting your online system fixed up. I know you've learned good lessons from all this. I mean, not good lessons, but lessons and such. So, hard lessons to be sure. But I hope it never happens to you again, sir. You didn't deserve that. Let's see. Battle Angels here. Good afternoon. And if Battle Angel's here, then Lou probably isn't too far behind, which is fine. Pizza Woman's here. That's good to see. P Digits, Fingerless Einhorn, salute to you. Won't be long, still at work, but wanted to jump on and like the video. I appreciate that, sir. I always appreciate the support of my many fans. I already got one thumbs down already, so hey, that's good. Good. Just said goodbye to my daughter. She's heading back to Gainesville for the last time. She is packing up the last of her stuff in her apartment, and in a couple 3 days she will be back down here, and she'll be done with Gainesville, and she'll stay here for about a month, about 3 weeks, and then she'll move to Tampa, and she'll be at University of South Florida in Tampa for her junior and her senior year, which is great. And congratulations to my daughter, who is not good at math, just like her old man, but she did get a B in her statistics class, and she needed that B in statistics. She needed to pass statistics to be able to finish her registration at USF and get the class she wanted to. Got a B in stats. She worked her ass off. And my congratulations to my daughter. She worked her ass off this summer to pass stats. She didn't enjoy it. There was a lot of gnashing of teeth and rendering of tears and a lot of screaming, but she passed it, and very, very proud of her. She worked her ass off, and she's going to have a good summer in terms of her GPA. She'll have 2 A's and a B, and that ain't bad. Which means that daddy didn't raise no stupid kids. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Jerry Wells is here. Good afternoon to you, sir. Jesse says, thanks for the support. Hey, anytime, Jesse. My support for you and any advice I can give you is without end and without strings. Whole Foods Human Resources. That's a new one. Yeah, he, she, or it has bad news to share with you all. Okay. Battle Angel, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It's a chronic condition. As I outlined in another video, I've had back issues since my late 20s. The last time it went bad on me was about 5 odd years ago. Something just slips or goes bad and impinges on my sciatic nerve, and it makes life really difficult. Rick Sanchez is here posting cucumbers. Interesting. Let's see. Scrolling down. Let's see. Jerry Wells, like me, celebrated when I got a C in college algebra. I got a C in pre-calc with a heavy grade curve and a lot of tutoring, and I was happy to get out of there with a C. Hell, I thought I was going to flunk. But the teacher kept saying, don't drop the course. Don't drop the course. You're not going to flunk. You're not going to flunk. Just stay with it. Here's what you need to do. And I did it, and I didn't flunk. I don't know how I didn't flunk, but I didn't flunk. Jesse says, Battle Angel, get back in the truck. I told you one time, not going to tell you again. Okay, that's good. Mike Vick is here. How you doing, sir? Rick Sanchez, nobody likes taking statistics. That's probably true. I don't even think statisticians like taking statistics. Let's see. Joe Rees, good to see you, sir. Don't remember seeing you here before, but he says, hello from City of Industry in Southern Cal on my break at work. Good to see you. Blue Shirt Buddha, one of my watch buddies is here. Good to see you. Steve Pearson, the provider of many links to funny videos and interesting videos. Good afternoon to you. The bet is here to do whatever the bet does. Whole Foods, Human Resources. Unfortunately, we are not able to hire Chess Hall at this time. Turns out he lied multiple times on his application. In fact, everything he wrote was a lie. He can apply again in 30 days. That is sad news, Mr. HR, WFHR. We'll just go with that. That's sad news indeed. I'm sorry for Chess, but I hope he'll try again. Maybe this time tell the truth. Well, Rick, I'm about a foot and a half or so from my screen. They're green. They look like cucumbers. They might be zucchini. My eyesight isn't that great. So if you're trying to make a joke and I missed it, either you didn't tell the joke very well or you didn't tell the joke very well. It's one of the two. Pick one. Look like cucumbers to me. Let's see. Jerry Wells says, I maxed out on extra credit for logging hours in the math lab. Yeah, so did I, my friend. So did I. Battle Angels talking about a shaggin' wagon, which, oh yeah, I missed that. About Jesse said shaggin' wagon. Rick Sanchez, my sister struggled in that class. My wife aced it. Well, let's see. Whole Foods Human Resources says, I take no pleasure in making this announcement. Well, I understand. Hang on a minute. Okay, don't need to worry about that right now. The only thing that might interrupt the stream is I might get a call from my father. If I do, I'll just mute my microphone and take the call. But other than that, I shouldn't have any interruptions. I am doing, according to Jesse and his video, happy hour this week from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. or more Eastern time is going to be on this channel. Jesse doesn't have to do that. I mean, his system's up and running again, but he wants to do it on this channel. And that's fine. I appreciate that. But happy hour with me and Jesse will be here on my channel, 4 to 6 on Friday. Let's see. Super chat link is available at the bottom of the chat window if you want to contribute to the channel. Never expected, never required, always appreciated. I'm going to post the link to my PayPal. Again, never expected, never required, always appreciated. Please do click the thumbs up button. Let's make sure I have more thumbs up than thumbs down. Looking at 9 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. So the trolls are out there. We always appreciate the trolls. We love the trolls. We can't live without them. Of course, we all know the trolls are undefeated. And I'll drop the StreamYard link probably a little earlier than normal, just because I'm enjoying the StreamYard. Bring people into the yard more and more. In fact, it's getting to the point where I might buy the subscription so I get more than 6 people in the yard. I'm considering it. I mean, money going out is never a great thing, but let's see, where did we are. Rick Sanchez is talking about, don't worry about his attempt at humor with the cucumber, which evidently isn't a cucumber. I don't understand the reference. Well, enlighten me. Enlighten me. I'm always willing to learn. If you got something to teach, to quote a song. P. Digit said a lot of places need people so bad they hire you on the spot as long as you can breathe. That is true. So why didn't they hire Chess? I think Chess would do all right at Whole Foods. Whole Foods Human Resources said we are in desperate need of workers, but not desperate enough to hire Chess. Oh boy. I wonder who this Whole Foods person is. I wonder. Michael Hogue is here. I am doing okay. Back hurts a little bit, but not so much that I wouldn't be here. Let's see. Pizza Woman is saying hello to Boiler Rump, which I think is the bed. I'm not sure. Jerry Wells said basically the only reason someone does not have a job right now is because they don't want one. I have a hard time believing anything else. Them's facts, sir. But people are making that calculation. I mean, the sock puppet and his Marxist ilk are paying people to sit at home, and they make more money sitting on their ass eating Twinkies than they do actually going to work and contributing to society. I mean, they make that calculation. Don't have to think about it anymore. I mean, Mike Hogue says, I know I'm not an FSU fan, but prayers to Bobby. What happened to Bobby Bowden? Did something happen to Bobby Bowden? I'm not an FSU fan, but I've always thought Bobby Bowden was kind of a funny guy. I never really had a problem with him other than the fact that for the last 10 or 11 years of his coaching life, he didn't actually coach the team. But I have no problem with Bowden. I have a problem with his program, or was his program. I don't know what happened to him. Please enlighten me. He did. He's been diagnosed with terminal disease. That is a shame. I didn't know that. Do we know what he has? That's terrible. I mean, I don't. There's only 2 people I wish, that kind of ill on in this entire world, and one of them's related to me. So, I don't wish ill on Bobby Bowden or really anybody. Jerry Wells, I just read Coach Bowden has a terminal condition, is at peace with it. I didn't know that. So, yes, my prayers to Bowden and his family. I hope when he does go, it is in peace and surrounded by his family. Let's see. Sea-Dog is here. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. Joe Reese says, first time here. I watch Random Rob and hear Saleen brought up. Yep, that's me. We talk about, we don't have any specific subjects here. Most of my people that are in here for my live streams, they are pretty much all college football fans, and and these streams are more populated with the college football folks. Very few of the watch folks do my live streams. But if you want to talk to me about you got a question about watches or something like that, especially Zelos, my favorite brand. I'm wearing a Zelos right now. My Zelos Mako all green. The Zelos Hulk, if you will. But if you want to ask me something about watches, I am more than happy to talk about them. But I'm glad you're here, sir. I appreciate the support. Rick Sanchez says, to be quite honest with you, Chess needs more help than jobs, specifically his health. Well, yeah, Chess has some health issues, some health risks, but I certainly hope he works through them. Let's see. Between the Trenches is here. Good to see you, sir. Boy, this thing is streaming along pretty good here. Let's see. Big Lee's here. Just made fajitas on the Blackstone and drinking cold beer. Good to see you here, sir. Let's see. Jory's asked any idea what the next Zelos might be. I know exactly what the Zelos might be. It's going to be the titanium version of this watch, the titanium Mako. I think that's going to be releasing next week or the week after. And after that, I believe we're going to get into some special editions of the Sky Raider. And then there's a new chronograph called the Starfighter coming out fairly soon too. So yeah, I would recommend though if you're on Facebook, go join the Zelos Timekeepers group. It's an excellent resource for Zelos information, buying, selling, trading, just keeping up with your fellow Zelosians. Definitely a good group to go join. I'm not going to be buying a titanium Mako. I prefer watches at about 42 millimeter and up. I love the Mako. I still have 2 left. I've owned as many as 6, but they are a little small for me. So, but yeah, the titanium Mako is the next one coming out. Let's see. Blue Shirt's still here. Love my Zelos. How many Zelos do you have, Blue Shirt? I have too many. And keep an eye out. I'm going to be making some videos fairly soon. My Zelos State of the Collection. I mean, Horology Insanity, my buddy Joshua, he did it, so I got to do it too. His collection's a little bigger than mine, but not by much. Not by much. Let's see. Joey says he has 3 Zelos, Swordfish 40, Swordfish 40 bronze, and a hammerhead. It's a good beginning. Yeah. Zelos are like potato chips. You can't have just one. Let's see. Mike Hogue is going to be back. He's got to charge his phone. Joe says he has 2 titaniums, a helm, Vanuatu in titanium, and RZE Endeavor. Wilkie's here. Good to see you. And Blue Shirt has just the one. Okay. Well, yeah, some watch chatting in here. So, and I see some talking a little bit about the SEC media days. I don't know why. I mean, I like SEC media week or whatever, media days or whatever they're called, because it starts it sort of marks the beginning of the season in terms of, we all start thinking about college football is really going to be here and everything. And college football is about 5 weeks away now. But, I mean, all it is, I've watched a few of the press conferences, and all it is to me is just coach speak and media pablum, and it doesn't reveal anything. I mean, we all know what the coaches are going to say before they say it. They all say the same damn things. I can't get excited about it. I mean, Lou is making videos about some of the coaches in their press conferences. Of course, he did. I didn't even watch the Mullen, what he thinks about Mullen. I mean, we all know what he thinks about Mullen. He keeps repeating it over and over again. Nothing new here to see. And of course, he's going to, sing the praises of Kirby and everything like that. And he's going to laugh at everybody else. So, I put the video on in the background just to give him some watch minutes and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna. I mean, I didn't watch the thing. I didn't listen to it. It just, there's nothing new there. There's nothing new in these press conferences. There's nothing new in these media days except watching the talking heads go back and forth. And that's. I mean, I try to watch a little of the commentary. It was somebody talking to Chris Doering, who's a former Gator, and I was watching on the SEC Network, and they were trying. I lasted about 5 minutes, and it was like boring, go watch reruns of Star Trek. Go watch Sovereign Citizen videos on YouTube. I just, I got bored. It was boring, let's see. Blue Shirt has the Mako Titanium version 1. That's a good watch. That's certainly a good watch. The Mako Titaniums that are coming out now, I like what I see, but I'm not going to be buying one. Let's see. Big Lee, breaking news, Todd Grantham. You know what? Big Lee, the only reason I'm not going to time you out for that nonsense is because it's such nonsense. Stop it already. He keeps saying the same thing. Write something original. Jerry Wells, he said, kind of like going to a parade, a bunch of floats you're going to drive by, not real exciting, just something to do. Yeah, that's basically what media days are. It's something to do. It's something for the media to do. I think the media days are more for the so-called journalists from the sports dirt sheets and rag sheets than for anybody. No fan is going to glean anything new from them. I mean, it's just, it's a waste of time. It's nonsense. I do not love Kirby between the trenches. We all know this. Same song and dance, exactly, Pizza. Rick Sanchez and I are okay. Big Lee needs to Big Lee needs to go sit in the corner for a while. Go sit in the corner, Lee. Camaro's greater than Mustang. That'll get you timed out. I love you, Big Lee. Come back in 5 minutes when you get your mind right. I mean, I almost forgive the crack about Todd Grantham, but when you say a Camaro's better than a Mustang, I can't do that. Joe Wells, do I have a TENS unit? No, a TENS unit, if you don't know what that is an electrical stimulator device that you can put on different parts of your body to stimulate blood flow and nerve activity to that certain body place. They use it a lot in physical therapy. I saw it used all the time in the physical therapy offices that I ran back in the day. I do not have a TENS unit. I tried a TENS unit on my back. It really didn't help. What I find does help is Aleve. It's an anti-inflammatory. It does help a little bit. And also lidocaine patches do help when the pain becomes a little bit less tolerable. It hurts right now. I mean, I can feel it. That's why I keep leaning back in my chair a lot, because the more I can put my back straight up and down, um, the better it feels. But then I'm further away from the screen, and I have a little trouble um, reading the screen sometimes. So, but no, I've not invested in a tens unit. It just won't work for me. But I appreciate it. Razorback fan number one is here. Good to see you, sir. He said he enjoyed my appearance on Lunch Money. Thank you. I appreciate it. I that's the second time I've done Lunch Money. Um, Pete and Lou work really well together. I thought BVD and Lou worked well together too. I was one of those people that was really sorry that combination broke up. But Pete and Jesus Christ, Lou and Pete work well together. The show is really is a good show. It is a show about nothing. I enjoyed being on it. I hope they'll have me back on. I didn't, I just sort of threw it out there that because BVD decided not to go on the show that night, if they needed a third person, I wanted to do it. I didn't think they'd want me to do it, but on short notice, but they said okay. I wasn't trying to step on BVD's toes. I have great love and admiration for BVD, just as I do for Lou, Pete, Jesse, D4, Big Dog Brett, all the other guys that are doing what we're doing here. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. A few people want to step on mine, but we ignore those people for the most part. But I enjoyed myself. I really did. So, no, Rick, I didn't try it on my dick. Dang it, stupid fuck. Lost Aggies here. How you doing, sir? Jared said it really helped my back. Uh, it didn't help my back, but we did use a TENS unit on my ankle during my physical therapy after I broke my ankle. It was 3 months, zero weight bearing. It was locked in place. And we had to I had to do physical therapy to basically learn how to walk again. And they did use a TENS unit on there to get the muscles stimulated again, and they used it on both the ankle and my left calf, which had atrophied into nothing. So TENS unit has its place. It just wasn't working on my lower back, and it's a pity too, because it might have helped. Between the trenches said he was going to a chiropractor due to bulging and herniated discs. Got an inversion table, never went back. Yeah, a chiropractor, I never considered going to one. I know a chiropractor. Is my best friend. To this day, he's still my best friend. He went to Life Chiropractic in Atlanta. He had his own practice for a while, and he got out of it because it was basically bullshit. That's coming from a licensed, trained chiropractor. And he tried to work on my back, and it didn't do anything because my problem isn't structural, it's nerve. So a chiropractor probably wouldn't help me anyway. I've had a back surgery to remove disc fragments because one of my discs fragmented. And what I should have had them do is a fusion, but it wasn't that bad back then. So they just took out the fragment. It took about a dozen disc fragments out of me. And then sent me on my way. And it actually worked. I was out of pain, except when it goes bad on me like it did last Friday. And if it keeps being a problem into next week, I will probably go seek further treatment, but it has improved. And we'll see if it keeps improving. Let's see. Big Dog Bob is here. He's saying, "Good afternoon, everyone," and then he says an obscenity, which I won't repeat. Go Gators. I still have bragging rights until the next cocktail party, just so you know. Let's see. Let's see. Lee. Yeah, Lee's not going to learn. Love you, Lee. Bye-bye. Pizza Woman says, fuck the chiropractor. Well, you know, for some people, I guess it helps them, but whatever. Captain Trips is here. Good to see you, sir. Yes, Jesse, Lee is asking for it again, and he got it again. Razorback asks a very good question. What win would bring me more joy, UGA or Bama? UGA, only because, I mean, either one would bring me joy. UGA would bring me more joy because we're both in the East, and the title to the Eastern Division goes through Jacksonville. And it probably will again this year, but I've already said that Georgia is going to beat Florida, unless the only way Georgia is going to lose to Florida is if JT Daniels gets injured. Raj. Between Trenches says he agrees on the inversion table. I was on an inversion table one time, and it was after 30 seconds, it was so unpleasant that I got off the damn thing and said, I'm never going back. No, Lost Aggie, I didn't watch I haven't watched anything from SEC Media Days. It's a waste of my time. So I you know, media days, like I said earlier, is something for the media dirt sheets like ESPN and 24/7 and all those other guys. It's not for the fans. The fans aren't going to glean anything from these media days. They're a bunch of coaches standing in front of or behind a podium saying coach speak things. And then the media has to sit there and try and interpret what the coaches are saying or not saying. So it's all nonsense to me. Yes, Lee lives matter, whatever. But SEC Media Day, you know, some people might watch it and be entertained by it. I would watch it and fall asleep right there on right there, my bed right there. I fall asleep. Captain Tripp says Georgia putting all their hopes on a Pac-12 quarterback. Yeah, but you know, he's a Pac-12 quarterback that plays pretty damn good. You know, you can't take anything away from, you know, just because JT Daniels had the misfortune of starting his career in a shit conference on a shit team, doesn't take anything away from the fact that he was a high, was he a 4 or 5 star recruit? I think it was a 5, certainly a 4. You know, I mean, you can't take anything away from the skills. The man has skills. He showed that last year. He has skills. Should Kirby have played him earlier in the year? Yeah, probably should. If he had played him against Florida, would he have? Would Georgia have won the game? Maybe. You know, we don't know. I mean, that Florida defense was you know, 500 pounds of steaming dog shit. But the offense was lights out, and Georgia's defense couldn't keep up with Florida's offense. So, you know, who knows? But JT, you can't deny the skills of JT Daniels, and Georgia is stacked in the receiving core. They got NFL quality running backs. You know, Georgia's a stacked team this year. It's going to be very, very hard for any team to beat Georgia. I'm looking at their schedule. The only team that I think has a chance of beating Georgia, a legitimate chance of beating Georgia, is Clemson. And if they lose to Clemson, it doesn't matter anyway. Clemson's not in the SEC. In the SEC, I don't see anybody beating Georgia. Florida has, a little, not enough for me to get excited about the cocktail party. I can't get excited about the cocktail party. Florida's going to get beat. I mean, unless that defense wakes up and plays like superstar level and can shut Georgia down, and Florida does something on offense that nobody is expecting, and I don't expect either of those things. So I expect Georgia could run the table very easily, get all the way to Atlanta undefeated. And then who are they going to face? They probably face Alabama again, and by then Alabama's a seasoned team. So, who knows? Who knows? But Georgia has a very, very clear path to Atlanta right now, and JT Daniels, you cannot deny the skills. Let's see. Jerry Wells says SEC East, first place Georgia. 2 through 4 is any order of Kentucky, Missouri, Florida. I still think Florida is going to be number 2 in the East. I mean, I can't go where everyone's going with Florida losing to Mizzou. I don't see it. I don't see anything from Missouri that impresses me. I really don't. Now, once the season starts, that things could be different, but I don't see anything from Missouri. Yes, and Missouri is, played Florida tough ever since they joined the SEC and had our number for a couple of years. But I'm not impressed by Missouri. I'm really not. And I'm not impressed by Kentucky. I'm sure as hell not impressed by the Shane Cox, the Voltards, and the Vandy Dandies. So I still see Florida as number 2 in the East. Probably go 9-3, go to a decent bowl game. And yeah, hey, Lee, as long as you want to keep saying it, I'll keep clicking it. Let's see. Jerry Wells says, I hope Tennessee finds 6 wins somehow. Bowl season is much more fun when your team is in it. I agree. Yeah, Bacon's here. Bacon N is here. Good to see you. Very, very good to see you. Pizza, Lee's not going to stop it. So, we're going to play this game. It's like, it's going to be the same as BVD timing out Crimson Brave all the time. Lee's gonna play the game, and I'll play the game with him. Yeah, so we'll have a little fun with it. He's just going to keep saying every car in the world is greater than Mustang, and maybe 1 or 2 times he might stumble on a car that I think is actually better than Mustang. But he's going to keep playing, and I'm going to keep playing too. So we'll have a good time with it. I love you, Big Lee. I really do. But yeah, we'll play the game. Let's see. Captain Tripp says Zachary Carter says Grantham hasn't changed his approach in regards to coaching. Well, then that means then we've already sealed our fate with our defense. We're going to suck again. And let's see. We're going to have to do that too to be consistent. Yep. Yeah, I always have fun, Pizza. No problem. Wilkie, I'm not upgrading my computer. I'm upgrading my daughter's computer, and I can't upgrade her computer until she doesn't need it for school for a little while. Because if something gets screwed up, So as long she still needs the computer for one more class, and then I'll upgrade her computer. Bacon N is telling the truth. No vehicle is better than a Saleen. Well, maybe one or two. Let's see. Raj says Mopar or no car. I can almost agree with that, except for Mustangs. No, Lee. It's my channel. I can do what I want. If you're upset about that, doors over there behind me. Anyway, maybe I should. Let's see. I'm gonna put this in the comments one more time. Bacon says my brother blew up an engine of a '96 Camry. Those engines are supposed to last for. Well, if you do stupid things to any engine, it'll blow up. But yeah, Toyota engines are supposed to last forever. But sometimes they don't. I'm going to post the StreamYard link. Maybe if I put this, yeah, you got to change the oil. Did they ever change the oil? Ain't got no gas in it. Man, that's true. So there's a StreamYard link. See if anyone wants to come in. You do have to turn your camera on, so I make sure you're not. You are who you say you are, and you're not going to do something stupid. So we'll just see where opening up the yard takes us this afternoon. My back hurts. Y'all don't get old and don't break your back. Best two pieces of advice I can give you is don't get old and don't break your back. I've done both. I done fucked up and got old. I done fucked up and broke my back. Pete Bacon says he didn't change the oil. Well, you got to change the oil. Well, I mean, a Camry should be able to handle some neglect, but you can't neglect a car forever. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button for me, guys and gals. I always appreciate that. I did post the PayPal link in the chat. If you want to contribute, like I said, always appreciated, never expected, and of course, super chat functions available as well. Again, always appreciated, never expected. Let's see. Rick Sanchez, I need my wifey to break my back again. Okay. Battle Angel says we all trying to get all women in the StreamYard. Oh, that'll be interesting. Can I handle that much estrogen at one time? Let's see. Well, I see Mike Vick trying to get into the StreamYard, but it's not working. Oh, there it is. All right. Here's Mr. Vick. How you doing, sir? Mike?
Good.
Boy, your camera's way slow. P Digit says I'm about to get ganged up on. You think that might be true, Mike? If I let all the women in here at the same time, you think that's a problem? Mike, there's something wrong with your feed. Can you drop out and come back in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's jacked up pretty bad.
No.
All right, thank you. I am definitely not a one-man gang, P Digits. if all the ladies come in here at the same time, I'm going to be overwhelmed. But Oh, nobody hates you, Lee. Come on, relax. Oh, there's Mr. Vic. That's better. Well, yeah, that might be better.
Yeah.
How you doing, Mr.
Yeah.
Vic?
Yeah, the StreamYard was acting up for me last week too when I was trying to do uh my stream. Yeah, it seems like when I try to do it on my laptop, it just doesn't want to work right for some reason. I don't know.
Now, remind everybody, Mr. Vic, when do you stream and what time? What day and time is that?
Yeah, I stream Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, so you'll be streaming after a happy hour, which is going to be on this channel this week, and after this week, it's back on Jesse's channel, right?
Right, yeah.
Oh, let's see. I haven't seen Neo or Lizard Circus in here. I haven't seen him in here. Hope they're doing all right. Man's trying to recover from hip surgery, and Leo said he also had an aneurysm at the same time. So that's a lot of medical shit for one person to handle at one time. That's hard to deal with. I hope they're doing all right. I told him he could come in and post the GoFundMe link. If anyone has that GoFundMe link and as a moderator, feel free to post that in the chat window so that people can get on there and help Lizard Circus and Neo out a little bit. I understand Neo took a month off from work to take care of Lizard. Did I read that right once? They're married?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they're married.
The bet says I should get Megan Mullen to massage my back. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least that's something original. I mean, other than the normal Megan Mullen bullshit that flies around here all the time. At least that's something new. You know, that's the one thing that's always the one thing that I find funny is the same troll crap over and over again. 90% of it is worthless statistics, but whatever. So, Mike, are you watching the Media Day circus, or are you?
Yeah, I watched the Media Days. Yeah. Right. Well,
Wilkie, I didn't take your mod. I don't remember. Did I ever give Wilkie a mod? Okay, so all right.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, I've seen some of the press conferences. Yeah, on YouTube. So.
Okay. Well, let's see. Big League, thank you for the super chat. Again, sort of. I mean, he says Geo Metro greater than Mustang. Okay. Well, unfortunately, there's no real way for me to kill that off because he paid for it. So I guess I gotta let him have that one.
Geo Metro.
That's that little itty bitty Chevy Tinker toy. It's based on a Suzuki because GM owns Suzuki motor cars. A little 3-cylinder piece of shit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you're over 5'9", you can't fit in the damn car. It's just a little commuter tinker toy, and whatever. Mustangs are the greatest car ever to come out of Detroit, and we know that. Let's see. I think Jesse's in the background. Turn your camera on, please. Yep, that's Jesse.
Let's bring him in.
Raj.
Motherfucker, what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Raj.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that felt better. Mustangs are not made in Mexico. This is a lie. Mustangs are made in, well, they were made at Flat Rock in Michigan. I don't believe Mustangs are actually made in Mexico.
Yeah, I got to put my avatar back on there because everything got reset. So I'll have to go back in there and re-download it and send it to me, then put it back on a file, then put it back on the StreamYard.
That's not a bad avatar, though. That looks good.
No, today when I got home, I got off around like 11:45 today. I came home and I downloaded and did a bunch of stuff for when I start doing back my Tuesday music streams or whatever, and I downloaded a lot of cool shit, man. I was like, I'm gonna try to change it around a little bit.
So hang on a minute, I gotta do one thing. Wilkie says he wants the new Kia van for the family. I have not seen that van. Wilkie, but if you like. Captain Troops wants to know when Mike Vick is going to be able to run for president.
I think that's in 2032.
Oh,
2032.
You're not old enough yet. That's right. You're not old enough yet. You have to be 35. Let's see. The bet is. Why do I even let the bet be on this channel? I have no idea. And I don't know why I'm going to click on add to stream for this one, because all he's going to do is give me grief from this moment forward, but whatever.
I'm not going to mess with you, Saleen. Damn.
What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
It's my favorite beer drinking redneck. Well, if Mike Vick is going to run for president in 2032, I'm going to vote for him.
What's that now?
Mike Vick is going to run for president in 2032 when he turns 35 years old. So I'm going to vote for him.
Well, how old do you got me to be vice president?
35.
35.
Oh,
it's the same for vice president? Well, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're in line. You're in line of succession for the presidency, so you have to meet all the. You have to meet all the requirements to be president. You have to be a citizen. You have to be 35 years old. A non-felon, couple other things. It's all laid out in the what we used to use as the supreme law of the land, the Constitution. But we all know the Constitution is passé for at least half the country now.
Yeah, it used to be that in the presidential election, whoever came in second became vice president. So
yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Like when John Adams won, and then Thomas Jefferson was his vice president. So.
Vic, if you run for president or whenever the fuck you said I'll be your vice president.
I want to be Secretary of Transportation.
Okay.
Because I'm going to drop all the speed limits.
I just ain't going to take you duck hunting and shoot you in the face.
No. Bacon N is willing to admit there's nothing like going home to school in 1992 in a 5-liter Mustang listening to Vanilla Ice. So Bacon is willing to admit that was listening to Vanilla Ice. That's gutsy, man. That's gutsy. And
everybody used to listen to him back in the day.
Oh, I guess we all did. I mean, Junior, does everybody remember that Vanilla Ice was actually starred in a movie?
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
No. Before that, he did. What was that movie called? Oh God, what was that movie called? He had the best line in the. I've got to look that up now. Let's see. Vanilla Ice.
And you got me wondering about that now.
Movie. Hang on. Cold as Ice? Yeah, Cold as Ice. He had the line of the century when he said, "Drop the zero and get with the hero."
Yeah, Pizza Woman Mama wants to ask what she would be. Well, you can yeah, you can be my first lady. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Hey, he's putting together his cabinet already. Um, Big Lee should be head of the.
General Surgeon General. That's what I want
No,
to
I was thinking the FDA, so you can approve new beer.
be. Oh shit.
I'll trade spots with Lee on that one. He can be VP, and I'll do that.
J Dub is here. He said something about Rico Suave. That was a different guy, but all right. Yeah, talk about a one-hit wonder, Rico Suave. Man was prettier than the girls that were in the music video.
About like Ricky Martin.
Yeah, well, we all know about Ricky Martin though. No talent. Pizza Woman wants to be press secretary. I bet Pizza Woman is smarter than Jen Psaki.
She's better than Circleback. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, I bet she's smarter too.
Old Circleback.
Jesus, I've on and off through my life watched press briefings with various press secretaries. I have to say, I've watched them from. I've seen some dumb ones over the decades, but this Jen Psaki, whatever the fuck her name is.
All right,
She is nuclear level stupid.
Okay.
I mean, look who she's a spokesperson for. She's spokesperson for probably the biggest airhead that ever occupied the White House, and that's saying something. But Jesus, that woman is dumb.
Yeah, a paperclip serves more of a purpose than she does.
Paperclip has better things to say than
I don't even know who that is. So.
Jen Psaki?
No.
Who? Let's see. Sea Dog says, "Do me now." I don't know what that means. Uncle Lou's here.
Yes, he means for the cabinet.
Oh, Sea Dog. Well, let's see. What would Sea Dog be? He does. He designs things, right? He does construction, not construction, but
right.
Manufacturing, right?
Mm-hmm.
A CNC machine, ain't it, or something like that?
Yeah, let's put him as Secretary of Housing and Urban Development.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, he is a tech man. Didn't they design 285 and all that up there? So I don't know about that.
Yeah, civil engineering. That's right.
Yeah.
You put his
let's see.
charge of civil engineering.
Lou's here.
The whole city of Atlanta burnt down to the ground.
Lou's here. He said, "Sorry, I'm late in that. Dabo stepped on a rake, and I had to make a video about it."
I don't think tech fans are good for is running your local pet boy. They can barely do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna make Uncle Lou my Secretary of Defense so he can trash talk China and North Korea.
No. Uncle Lou would be the perfect press secretary.
Yeah, see what he argue everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, press secretary.
You gotta put Lou in front of the press. I mean, that would be pay-per-view level funny, I think. Six Killer is here. I haven't seen you in a while, sir. How you doing? Wilkie had to leave. He's taking the kids swimming, so that I hope he has fun with that. Bacon said Saban spoke today. Big deal. He never says anything. He doesn't say anything worth, like all the coaches. He doesn't say anything worth watching. I mean, it's boring. Jeff says, "I admired Pierre Salinger." This is a lie. I can't think of one journalist.
I'll bend over and give Saban the goat.
Uncle Lou says the fat Huckabee lady that Trump had with the lazy eyes was the worst thing you ever seen. Well, I expected you to say that, Lou, so that's a lie. Because Psaki makes Sarah Huckabee look intelligent, and I was no big fan of Sarah Huckabee, but at least she didn't take shit from anybody. But Psaki makes them all look like Rhodes Scholars by comparison. Jeff Webster says the dingbat bitch for Clinton was annoying as hell. I forgot who that was, but I can picture her in my head, and she was annoying. Let's see. Battle Angel wants to know what Lou's position would be. We already established Lou would be the perfect press secretary. He would be slaying fools. There you go. Bacon says Psaki goes nuclear when Fox News comes into the room like a rattlesnake about to inject her. Jen Psaki can't handle Steve Doocy. I mean, every time Doocy asks a question, you can see her eyes bug out like a deer in the headlights. She doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Jen Psaki sounds like a mixed drink when you go to a bar.
Jen Psaki sounds like a porn star name to me. Whatever.
Yeah, there you
go. Lou says Sarah Huckabee single-handedly doubled the gay population. I have no idea what that means. I really don't. He says the only good thing about Huckabee Sanders was she could see behind herself with that lazy eye. Nobody.
God damn. Yeah, what's up, man?
That's classic Lou.
Damn it.
Classic Lou. Yeah, but
Saki Bomb, there you go.
She's a moron.
God damn.
There's a StreamYard link for anybody who just walked in. I certainly expect J-Dub to come in. And yeah, Lou wasn't kidding. He did put up a video. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I just seen that. My
Clemson Tater coach Dabo Sweeney likes the taste of his own foot.
That's what that you heard that beep on my phone. That's what it was. Like, so he got a video up.
I'll have to watch that when I get off here.
Yeah, when I get off here, I'll go watch it.
Yeah. So Jesse, you still all right with doing happy hour here this week?
Yeah, like I said, we've already promised it. You've already sent the message out, so we're just going to do it one more week on your channel, whatever, and just like what we'll do, like we did last week. Just send me the link or whatever.
Yeah, I'll text you the link.
No well, you ain't really got to text me. Just I'll go and get on my computer about maybe 15 minutes earlier, and you can just when you pop in, just go in there and go to the private comments, whatever, and just send me the link.
Yeah, I can do that. No problem.
Yeah, and I'll come in for like 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll just let everybody in like we did last week. I thought what we did last week was great. I mean, move everybody in and out in about a 5-minute rotation. It was awesome.
Yeah, I was on for about 3 hours last week.
Yeah, it was good, man. Like I said, just rotate everybody in, let everybody come in and out when they want to.
Now today, I kind of really do have to stop at about 5 or a little after 5 because I got something to do. But yeah, Friday I've made sure that I got plenty of time.
Yeah, next week's gonna be back to normal, buddy. Hey, brother, I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me and the advice and helping me out and keep this rolling on your channel, man. Keep everybody going. You kept me sane, man, for the past two and a half weeks, brother. I appreciate it.
Well, hey, it's my pleasure. You know, it will never get old or tiresome or be a problem to help out, to help you out. You know, I mean, it's no problem.
I think it's been great, man. We've had a good couple of weeks on here, ain't we?
Yeah, I think so. Did you ever check out LifeLock?
Not yet. Like I said, I've got this going. I've got everything done. So I just I got a few more things on the back burner. Then after that, I'll get with you on that.
All right, because Lee jumped off. I didn't know Lee was jumping off. Anyway, and you got your computer wiped out and reset.
Yeah, everything's good to go, my man.
What the hell just happened?
No, oh well, he got.
Lee left.
Lee left. Yeah.
Came back into the back room, and then Mike Vick leaves for about a microsecond and then pops back in.
I don't know what the hell happened.
I don't know what the StreamYard is funny that way sometimes. It just
it is.
I don't get it.
Friday's your birthday, Battle Angel? Well, shit.
Yeah, I saw that on I'm friends with her on Facebook now, so I saw that pop in to pop into my my alerts.
If you're born in July, you
think, how old is Battle Angel?
You never ask a woman's age, Saleen. That's damn. You know that.
She's too far away from me to hurt me.
Yeah, that is a good point.
She's born in July. She's awesome. That's all that matters.
Battle Angel is 21. Okay, well that makes.
I
was gonna say she was 25 for like the.
Yeah, Lou's taking her to the tit pit.
Lou better do something nice for her birthday.
Then they're gonna go to the happy house, and then they're gonna go to the real happy house. At the end of
Lou better do something nice for her, because this is what we call a long-suffering person. You know. Anyway, yeah. Oh, really? So let's see.
Lou said he dates younger dime pieces.
Mike Hogue is back.
Now and then you got to get a dime piece.
Mike Hogue wants to be Secretary of Defense.
That'd be Slim Shady Canes.
Miami don't play defense. I don't want Slim Shady Canes. Near the Florida.
He's a big gun enthusiast and all that.
I have to be Secretary of Transportation, because if there's one thing I care about in this country, I care about a lot of things in this country, but one of my top priorities is always going to be roads, bridges, and transportation, that kind of thing.
I just want to be like every other good administration. I just want to raise hell and ask for more raise. That's all I want.
Can I sit on my ass in office and drink cold beer and just collect the paycheck?
There you go. Well, that's all government work. All government work ever is sit on your ass and collect a paycheck. Let's see. Bacon says my birthday is the day Georgia plays Auburn this year. My birthday gift will be when Auburn gets clobbered by Georgia.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, and there's the birthday girl herself. You better be. I saw you were driving, Battle Angel, so you better be careful.
I can multitask.
Yes, we said that last time, and I'm still
multitasking, baby. Multitask.
I'm a good multitasker.
Okay, well, I was gonna make there's about a dozen jokes there, but I'm
gonna go there too.
There are.
Lou says he only dates younger dime pieces. I'm not sure what a dime piece is, but all right.
It could be your point. Yeah, it says Chess would be my employment secretary. That's not a department, but yeah, I think Chess would be Secretary of Agriculture. So.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Who's going to be Secretary of Education? No, actually, I think this
Bacon in said he was
going to do that. Yeah, Bacon wants to. Yeah, Bacon.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
That's a good idea. Putting him Secretary of Agriculture. I don't know if that sounds good or not.
Well,
I don't want to put Chess as labor secretary. That would not do well for our economy.
It's like that movie Idiocracy when they're planting the plants and pouring Gatorade on it. It needs electric lights, man. It needs electric lights.
That movie, I swear to God, every time I see that movie, I'm thinking it's less and less comedy and more documentary.
Yeah, exactly.
And Costco's are getting about that damn big now. So Rick Sanchez says D4. I don't know what D4 what, but
D4.
D4 be hitting #1 head bodyguard.
Yeah, I'm gonna put D. You know what? I'm gonna put D4
charge of security
service. I'll put D4 as head of Secret Service.
Yeah, him and Slim Shady Canes.
Yeah, and Lee dropped out again. Oh, you know, the only other department I would want to run if I couldn't run transportation, I want to be Department of Treasury. We need a Jewish man as head of the Department of Treasury.
Right.
There you go.
Because I'm going to be able to squeeze a buck out of every, you know.
Yeah, you'd sit on a $20 bill till it was a goddamn. You'd sit on a penny till it was a nickel, wouldn't you?
That's right. That's right. You know, I was watching a video the other day. The guy is beginning the process of doing a frame-off restoration of, you'll love this, of a Volkswagen Carmen Ghia. With, you know, that's neither here nor there. But he was digging through, after he stripped out the interior, he found a penny. It was dated 1945. Like, wow, dude.
Wow.
That might be, you know, that might have some value to it, you know? It might help you pay
I've
for
seen some videos like on YouTube where people find these coins and shit, and then they take them to get them value, and you're like, fuck me.
What's up, J-Dub?
I don't want a cabinet secretary or a position. I just asked Mike Vick to give me a nice plum ambassadorship role, like maybe to the Court of St. James in London, or to the make me the emissary to the Vatican. Some plum ambassador job where I can just sit around and go to dinners and collect money on the side and not really have to do anything.
Yeah, like Lou said, just put me to the side when they're doing press interviews and they're doing the sign language. Let me do all the hand signals and shit. I'll have everybody all fucked up in there.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Bacon says, as I guess she says, as a press secretary, a secretary of education, she would cancel out student loans to anyone except QAnoners. I was thinking about that the other day when I had nothing better to think about. Actually, I was thinking, if you cancel out all those student loans, what the hell would that do to all the banks that hold the student loans?
Yeah, no,
that would just kill them.
I would like to be first on that list.
Yeah, well, what pisses me off is I worked really, really, really hard to save money and put it aside and invest it and grow it and nurture it and all that so that my girls would be able to go to college and get their degrees debt-free. And so far, mission accomplished. I mean, 0 student loans. Now, admittedly, Bright Futures scholarship here in Florida helped out the older one a bit, but, you know, what do I get?
What about the people that go straight to work and don't use no damn student loan? What do they get?
Well, you're in the same situation I am, Lee. You're screwed. You're ignored. You don't count. Like I don't count.
Yeah, the people that actually get out there and work their ass off for a living and actually, you know, provide an actual job for this economy and to make shit go around the world, we don't get a goddamn thing, but a big fuck you.
No, we get a big fuck you. I mean, you know, between putting money away for my kids' education and child support, you know, there wasn't a hell of a lot left for me.
Yeah, but that's what a good father does. He looks after his kids, and then when he pays for the college education, he still gets a big fucking FU. That's all there is to it, man. The ones that work for a living and the ones that actually contribute to society are the ones that's constantly getting slapped in the goddamn face and you know, get put down.
That's the fucking truth.
That's the whole fucking problem in this world. You got these sorry motherfuckers out here that are sitting around not working because they're getting paid more on unemployment But you got people like me and Big Lee who gets up at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the goddamn morning and drive 500 goddamn miles a day, and and still provides for their family. We don't get a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? We're looked at as steering wheel holders. That's the fucking problem in this fucking world.
Yeah, and if it weren't for folks like you doing the real work, we wouldn't eat.
That's the problem that a lot of people have these days. They don't appreciate the people out there that's really doing the work. It's out there getting up and busting their ass every day. That's coming in here, providing for their family, trying to make a damn hard-earned living. And it's like my sister. She's a special education teacher, and she went to school for like fucking 10 or 11 years. She gets out with $200,000 worth of student debt. She only makes $35,000 a year. You gonna tell me you're just gonna take her another 30 years to pay that shit off?
Yeah, why did she go? Why did she go to school for 11 years to be a special ed teacher?
She got her. When she went for the first time, the second time, and the third time, because she wanted to be eventually like in charge of special education. Because my nephew, her son, has cerebral palsy.
Did she get a doctorate?
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's 11 years.
Yeah, she went to school forever. But because like I said, my nephew, her son, has cerebral palsy. He's not going. He can't live without anybody. I mean, he's going to have somebody take care of him the rest of his life. And so she wanted to do that. And it's like people like that. I understand. Want to go to get their doctorate for special education to make a difference in the world to help special education people. Special needs kids. I think they ought to get a little bit of a break on it. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't know. I find it funny to listen to some of these people talking about free education and free housing and free food and free transportation and free and guaranteed minimum salary from the government and all that, and it's no idea who's going to pay for it, no concept of how an economy really works, and that's down to an education system which purposely produced 2 generations of dumb people. And they scream about all this, and meanwhile they're scream about the inequities and unfairnesses of our system and how it all should be taken away while they're standing in line at Starbucks, tapping away on their cell phones, banging away on their computers, wearing designer this and designer that is all by the way created by the very economic system that they curse.
Well, see, the thing about it is that this ain't a shot at your daughters, but any Saleen, but you and J-Dub are in here. The college life that y'all lived and what y'all had to go through ain't worth 2 goddamn nickels what the college kids are going through these days. Because you know what, y'all's age when y'all was in college, there was actually a thing you had to fucking work for a goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like I see a lot of people make comments and what classes did you take and this and that. You know what? I tell you what, I didn't go to college and all that shit. But I tell you what classes I did take. That's life. That's called getting my ass out in the workforce real early and learning from a young age. To be a role in this society, I'm gonna have to get there and work my ass off. And
I worked through college myself.
That's what I'm saying. People your age and J-Dub's age that went to college back when y'all went to college is fucking nowhere near what these fucking kids are going through today.
Now, I'll give it to Uncle Lou. He asks a good question. I know what he's trying to do, but he asks a decent question. He asked me if my 2 kids are part of the 2 generations of dumb people. Yeah, they are. They are part of it. Well, let's see. One was born in the late 90s, the other one in the early 2000s. So they're, I guess, part of Gen Z. I'm not
Let
sure
me ask you something right now. They, a lot of these people get on here bragging about how they got this education and they got this and they got that, how but when they get out of school, they got $55,000 to $100,000 worth of debt. We got somebody like me and Lee, who's been driving a truck since they was teenagers, make 3 times more money than these college graduates when they get out of school. You know, it
Mhm.
just amazes me because we got a couple of fuckstick dispatchers up there who just got out of college, and I flat out asked them the other day, I said, how much you making a year? And what they're making a year for what they went through for college and all that bullshit, I said, it's fucking pennies on the dollar, man. It's actually disappointing. And I said, yeah, go ahead and y'all try to live on that. I said, y'all still live at home, don't you? Yeah, I probably have to still live at home for about another 5 years till I get my loan paid off. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'll be 40 this year and I'll make 3 times as much as you do. You know, it just, people don't realize, man, you know, I understand college is a great thing and education is a great thing, but at the same time, unless you go to be a fucking engineer or a doctor or some type of other bullshit, you're not going to get out here making 75, 80, $100,000 a year starting off. It just ain't going to fucking happen.
I just want to see my I want to see my older daughter do what she's been training to do finally, and she's very passionate about what she wants to do with her life, and can't wait to see what she does with it.
What does she want to do?
Oh, she wants to be a teacher. But she's not. Let's see. She'll have her master's degree in December, and she'll be certified in the state of Florida. She'll be able to go right in, and the area that we live in right now has a teacher shortage, so she's almost guaranteed employment right out.
There's a teacher
that's
shortage.
right.
She'll probably have to be a substitute teacher because she'll be coming into the school year halfway through,
And that's
unless somebody drops out for some reason.
I mean, that's another. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I don't. It's like every other, you know, fireman, police, or whatever. Teachers, man, are so under fucking paid and so shit on. It just pisses me off. Because,
I agree. I totally agree.
I agree too.
Out here teaching our kids, you know, and there's a lot of people out there that's our age that are trying to teach these new kids our ways and trying to help them out to realize,
Thank
hey,
you, Michael.
what you're doing today is not what you're supposed to be doing.
Hey, Hufferbill is here. Good to see you, sir.
I mean,
He's listening in the background.
yeah,
I
you're
agree.
like you said, you know.
Teachers, cops, firefighters, EMTs, they're all, the problem is they're all government employees and they're all underpaid,
Well,
but they're
my
all
sister, like I said,
extremely necessary.
she didn't want to go to college and all that stuff for money. When my nephew, my sister's kid, you know, she found out he had cerebral palsy, was pretty much going to be at home his whole life, would not be able to go out and enjoy the world, and it was pretty much going to be at home and be taken care of by his mama. She decided to go to school, and it really hit her hard, you know. And you know, so yeah, you're right, Lou. There's a lot of people who don't give a fuck about the money. They want to do the career. They want to have a something that they love to do, and it sucks because they get shit on so much and get paid so little.
Did you say Heifer Billy Paul was in the background, Saleen?
Lou makes a great point because not everybody does go to college to make a lot of money. Some, like my daughter. I mean, my older daughter knows she's not gonna, you know, she's not gonna make $100,000 right off the bat doing what she's gonna do.
No, you're right.
She
Lou.
wanted to be a teacher. She's wanted to be a teacher for forever.
They had a job fair at Iowa State about 3 years ago, I think it was. I'm trying to remember when it was. It wasn't that long ago, 2-3 years ago. It was before COVID. That's how I know that. And there were school districts there from Texas and Colorado and I think Arizona and California. 4 states sent representatives there that they were gobbling up every student to graduate senior they could get their hands on that had a degree in education. They're offering them jobs right on the spot. You sign a 5-year contract with us, you agree to teach in our district for 5 years, and we'll pay off X amount of your loans. They're so starved for teachers, and they were coming to Iowa to just grab them up, just gobble them up. I mean, the kids were having multiple offers.
Yep.
Oh, we lost battle.
You know, when I started out young, you know, and I was working for my uncle at the grading company, I always wanted to become a cop. That was, I don't know what it was. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to become a cop. So I enrolled in this junior program for about a year and a half, and I did a ride along one night. And then I found out how much that guy was making and the shifts he was working. I said, so you're telling me I got to come in and work 6 12-hour shifts. I'm going to be making $32,500 a year.
I remember when I got out of college in '87, I did, I started looking for work, and I almost immediately got a recruitment letter from, you're going to laugh at this. I got a recruitment letter from the Florida Highway Patrol. They were looking for, they wanted people. They needed bodies in their patrol cars, I guess, or something. I don't know what would have made me a good candidate to be a cop back then, but I got a recruitment letter. So I followed up on it because, job's a job, and the least I could do is go through the process and practice. Their starting salary back in 1987 was about $22,000 a year.
Yeah.
Which was piddly. And I had no passion to be a cop in the first place. So I didn't pursue it, obviously.
You want to see the shit you got to go through to get on that Georgia State Patrol up here.
Georgia State Patrol is a 32-week boot camp.
Yeah, I mean it's like joining the Marines.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy, man. What you got to do to become a Georgia. The thing about this Georgia State Patrol is, though, to me, like the old saying goes up here, it's God's special people, and they choose the right people. And on top of that, if you pass that course and you do what you need to do, of course, you have to have a degree in criminal history or whatever it is. Or
criminology.
Yeah, you have to have a degree in it or whatever. But within, I think it's 15 years or 18 years, you can retire fully. Yeah. I mean, so if you're 21 years old, you can retire by the time you're 40?
Yeah. I just never had a passion to be a police officer. It just wasn't in me. So it wasn't something that I should have pursued anyway. But I got the letter, and I made the first level inquiry, and it wasn't going to be for me. So I mean, the money wasn't great, but they had state benefits, it's contract. You pretty much, as long as you can get through the training you're in, and you have a job for pretty much as long as you wanted it, as long as you didn't screw up. But I had no business pursuing that. I had no passion for it, so I'm glad I didn't pursue it. I wouldn't have. I don't think I would have made a very good cop.
I wouldn't either. That's why I didn't do it. I just stick to driving, working with my uncle, working at the grading company, driving dump trucks and driving fucking heavy equipment.
Yeah, I know that in Florida they've raised teachers' salaries several times, and they're about to do it again. DeSantis, people in the comments section are going to laugh, but I think DeSantis has been very, very good for Florida, and he's been very, very good for public employees, including
DeSantis
teachers.
is the man.
So I have a good hope that my daughter will have a good starting base salary, and obviously it's a contracted position, benefits, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, Rick, me too. I think I do that way myself.
And I'm going to pat myself on the back here, because you know what, God damn it, I deserve to. I worked my ass off to make sure that my daughters will start off their careers without or as little debt to no debt as possible, and my daughter is going to start out her career with no student debt, and that's a leg up on everybody else. So I'm proud of me for doing that.
Yeah, you did the homework, brother.
And she worked too. I mean,
that's what
my daughter worked the job.
Do what they get for the kids.
Yeah, the whole time my older daughter's been at school, she's been working. So she contributed to her own education too. So it wasn't all just daddy handing it to her. No, that's not the way it worked. She said, I'm going to work too. And I said, okay, as long as your grades stay up, fine. I would love for you to be able to contribute to your own education. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not anymore.
Yeah, both of my uncles are Georgia State Patrol officers.
Yeah. And my younger daughter is doing the same thing. Now, she didn't get benefit. She's not getting the benefit of bright futures because she takes after her old man a little too much.
I got a good story for Georgia Forever. You talking about his granddad?
Georgia Forever's in here?
Yeah, my uncle, who I tell you all about a lot and all that stuff. And but my uncle, who y'all know, like I said, I told a story about or whatever. Back in the day, Georgia State Patrol used to get those Fox body Mustangs when they come out, and they got them all souped up or whatever. And I think my uncle's telling me he had a Camaro or a fucking, I can't remember what car, a Firebird or something. But anyway, he was hauling ass one night and they popped him. And when they pulled him over, the Georgia State Patrols got to talking to him. And he says, "I tell you what, Mr. Jones," he said, "it's about 6 miles to the county line. If you can outrun me, I'll let you go." So that's like back in the day shit. Like 80s and fucking or like late 70s, early 80s shit. It's just funny fucking story.
What Lou said about the qualification to be a cop is the same as McDonald's worker is true. That's the problem. You never see any problems out of state patrols, and that's the reason why. It's because they go through worse than Marine training to be a damn state patrol. That's why you never see problems out of them. That's kind of what my point is. You pay for what you get.
I've got a friend of over probably 50 years. I mean, we've been friends since kindergarten, and are still very close. Who's a state trooper in Illinois, and he's about ready to retire. He's got 2 more years. He's going to retire, and he had to go through the academy. I mean, if you're a state trooper, that's not, you don't just apply and then they hire you. Yeah. Maybe if you're like a cop in a little town of 2,000, that might be the case. But not if you're working as a state trooper. I don't care what state it is. You got to go through.
It's hard. Yeah. That's hard.
Michael Hogg had a comment up there. He said, "Raj, what is your take about people who are looking for a job but keeps getting rejected for them being overqualified? And what the fuck? How can somebody be over?" What it is, Michael Hogg, is people that go to college. They have student debts, and they need to make a job to where they can pay that debt and make a living. That's the problem with this society. Nobody wants to hire a college graduate that says, "I need to at least make $60,000 a year." Well, what's your degree in? Like these guys that work where I live in or work where I work, they go to school for dispatch management or truck or whatever it is, transportation management or whatever. And they're coming out making $32,000, $33,000 a year, but yet they have a $50,000 student loan.
Yeah, they'll be forever trying to pay that off.
They're going to need to make $40,000 a year to pay that loan back. So, but yeah, there he is right there. The champ's here. He'll tell you something about being a cop.
Yeah.
It was also a former police officer, if my memory serves me correct. Lou makes a good point there. Too much emphasis placed on the importance of a college degree nowadays. I agree with that.
Yep, you're right about that.
I talked to both my daughters. I knew my older daughter wanted to be a teacher from when she was back as a sophomore in high school, and she was pretty much had to go to college to get the certification she needed to be a teacher. So that was a given with her. Now, my younger daughter was sort of, for a while, she was ambivalent about whether or not she wanted to go to college. I mean, in her high school, she went to one of those charter schools, and they had different programs that you could go into like in her case, she went to early childhood development like her sister did. And when she got out of there, she was actually certified to be a preschool teacher right out of high school. Now, she wasn't going to make a ton of money, but she could have just stopped right there and gone on to teach preschool. What's up, champ?
What's going on, Chief?
But I told both my daughters, if you weren't feeling it, don't waste your time, don't waste the money if you're not feeling the college thing. Now, obviously, both of them are in higher education, but like Lou said earlier, I mean, sometimes you have to go to college to get the job you want. But I agree with Lou that in a lot of cases, some people shouldn't be there. They're wasting their time doing what they're doing, and what they end up doing isn't. A college education probably wasn't needed anyway.
I
Lou,
knew
I
at
see you
least
in the
three there was
background, but
nothing in college that I wanted to do that I had to go to college for, so I didn't waste my time. And I'm fine with that,
Well, see, the thing about it is, a lot of people don't realize, Lee, what me and you have in our back pocket, what me and you went to school for, what we did, what we got in our back pocket's gold, son.
Hey, I want to rotate someone out so I get Lou in here.
I'll get out of here. I'll let y'all go. Y'all have a good one now.
All right, see you, Lee. I'll talk to you in the morning, buddy.
Bye.
All right. And Mike, I saw you trying to get in the yard, but the connection wasn't good. I tried to add you in, and it wouldn't let me add you in. So, what's up, Lou?
Yeah, I think it was on this stream. I've said this before, but the people that should be going to college are the people who know they want to do something that requires a college degree.
No, you said that here before.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
The problem is that there's this social stigma attached to not going to college, but
which is wrong.
College isn't for everybody, and not going to college doesn't make you bad any more than going to college makes you good. I mean, like Jesse said, somebody's got to drive the trucks. Somebody's got to fix your transmission when it goes out. Somebody's got to come unclog your toilet or whatever. Somebody's got to install the electrical in your house. Somebody's got to put the roof on your house. Somebody's got to install the AC. I mean, these are all respectable jobs, and none of them require a college degree. But what happens is these kids, from the time they're in 7th or 8th grade, they're pressured that either you go to college or you're worth less somehow than those that do. And that's not right. Yeah. College is not for everybody. Personal circumstances a lot of times dictate what someone has to do when they're 19.
I couldn't agree with you.
No, I say LW makes a good point too, right there in the comments. There's a lot of people out here who have been to college, who are smart as fuck, whatever. They are still living in apartments and renting homes. There's people like me and Lee and Big Dog Brett and other people out here who have blue collar jobs. We own our fucking home. Like we fucking bled, sweat, and tears to buy our fucking house. But there's a lot of fucking people that went to college and they got degrees and everything, but they're still living in apartments and they're still renting. You know what I'm saying? So that, you're making the exact point that needs to be made. You're going to need people like us out here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got a lot of people now that are told to go to college if you want to make something of yourself. And for some people, that's fine. But a lot of people are more inclined to be better at doing something with their hands rather than working on flipping an accounting book or working on investment firms, stuff like that. There's guys out there that build some of the most amazing things you've ever seen in your life with their hands that have never had any college training. And on top of that, so these guys had to learn their trade over the course of years. On top of that, you have these kids going to school now where the student loan debt is not just high, it's outrageous. So you used to go to college and expect to pay $25,000, $30,000, get a 4-year degree, and then you could pay that back over, 5 to 10 years. Now you've got kids leaving college with $100,000 in debt. They'll likely never pay it off with the rate at which student loans at interest rate. So why would a new person right now be inclined to go to college unless they're very dedicated to that cause? There's no sense in it. If you've got somebody who wants to go be a millwright or an iron worker or a welder or a mechanic, I got 3 brothers that are mechanics. 2 of them did a little bit of work in college, just a little bit, just try it out. And they found out they can make $60 an hour working for UPS as a mechanic. You know, name me more than just a handful of college degrees that you can make $60 an hour take home pay after you pay your student loan. You can't do it.
Nope.
And another thing that bothers me in particular, and maybe doesn't bother anybody else, maybe it does, but some of these kids that, yes, okay, Mike, yeah,
you're right, Megan. There's a lot of them. I have a cousin who did the same fucking thing. She went to cosmetology school, and like 3 years later, she was able to get a small business loan and open her own salon. And
yeah, but what I'm thinking, what really bothers me about some of these kids in college is the degrees that they're going after. I mean, and you know, I don't know where these degrees lead to in terms of a career or something like that, but you know, English lit, women's studies.
Well, there are some jobs that
some crap like that
require any college degree, period. Some that don't make any sense. In order to ring somebody up inside of a Verizon store, you have to have a college degree.
Why?
Exactly. Why? Now, Verizon says it's because people with college degrees, well, whatever, it doesn't matter. What they say is not true. But there are lots of jobs out there like that, where it'll say college degree required, but it doesn't matter what the degree is in. It can be anything. And colleges, like you said, you blaming the students. When colleges became businesses primarily, instead of centers for higher education, they started inventing all these ridiculous majors like you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then people enrolled in them. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, I don't. If somebody wants to major in women's studies, great. I mean, I don't know what it is they think they're going to do with that down the road, like you said. But I mean, that's their choice to major in that. But I don't think you're graduating with a degree in women's studies and then getting a job the next day in women's studies.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Like my cousin Tyler. Yeah, y'all heard me talk about him. He'll be 20, I think 5 in October. He started working with Publix. He was 14 years old, working 5 to 10 hours a week bagging fucking groceries. He worked his way up through the line. And when he turned, I think 18 or 19, he got a job being a butcher's assistant at the meat counter. And then all of a sudden, the next year, that guy retired and said, "Hey, I want you to take my position." So, you know, he's, like I said, he's been a meat manager now for Publix for 5 fucking years. And that dude, no, up here where I live. And
here we go, this leader.
And that dude makes pretty much what I make. And he's 25 years old, but he put his nose to the grindstone. And yet he liked what he did. He saw a good opportunity. Yeah, his schedule sucks. But you don't find people out there like him, like that's doing what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Now, I know for a fact, when I talked to my older daughter, she was at UF for 4 years, 5 if you count the master's program. And she says to me all the time, I cannot believe the number of people that I meet at UF. And I've heard this in other places too. They just don't belong there. They just don't. They're sitting there. They're marking time. To quote a line from a movie, they're waiting for a bus that they hope never shows up because they never had any intention of getting on it in the first place. They're marking time. They're sitting there in these bullshit degree programs that are going to give them $100,000 in student debt and a degree that they can't get a job with. I mean, what's the damn point? How you doing, Slim? Good to see you.
Slim, my man, what's going on?
Mike, I see you in the background. I'll work you in as soon as I can. He wants to vent about something. He won't, we'll get you there.
this just seemed like a great subject for a high school dropout to get in on.
Yeah, me and you in that crowd, ain't we?
Well, you know,
I put it in the comments section a minute ago. My brother-in-law went through an apprenticeship program, and he's now a lineman for Memphis Light, Gas, and Water, and he makes $300K a year.
Yep.
Battle Angel, I think you should tell your mom to relax. I said, you should tell her, hey, Ma, you know, I'm actually paying my own bills and living my own life for 10 years. So that sounds like a career to me, you know.
Hell, my good buddy, his wife owns a salon, and she employs like 4 people, and shit, they make damn good money.
Yeah, I mean, there are jobs out there that they're trade jobs. Driving a truck, cutting hair. You know, drive a truck, cut hair. You know, install plumbing, install electrical, welding,
drywall, right, Lou?
Drywall. You know, people don't want to do it because it requires labor. You know, God help us that people shouldn't actually work for a fucking living.
I don't know if it's necessarily the labor side of things that people detract from, but I think it may be part to do with, well, if you don't have a college degree, you're a loser. And you see a lot of that. You know,
I don't know where that came from either. I have yet to figure out where that attitude came from, where if you don't have a degree from a 4-year university, you're a loser. I look at Jesse, I look at Slim, I look at Lou. I actually don't know if you got a 4-year degree or not, but I don't think y'all are losers. I think y'all are necessary life's winners. I mean, Jesse owns his own home outright. He don't have a degree.
Well, I got a little bit of a different take on it. I think people spend years and years and years telling their kid that you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up, but you don't tell them that people won't necessarily pay for what you want to be when you grow up.
Exactly.
Well, a good example, which y'all, Lou might laugh at this, but maybe you won't. But one example that's well known out there in the world is, and I'm going to say his name, Rush Limbaugh. You may not like him. That's irrelevant to this point.
Rest in peace, Rush.
The man was told by his father, who is a very, very, very successful attorney in Missouri, you have to go to college. You won't be able to make anything out of your life unless you go to college, et cetera, et cetera. Rush famously went for 1 semester, dropped out, and said, I'm going to, this is not for me. And his parents lived for years thinking that their son was going to be a nobody. He wasn't going to make it because he didn't get a degree from a university. Now, admittedly, Rush, he worked hard according to his own story. He worked hard. He managed to become a success, and we all saw what Bill Gates is another example. Bill Gates doesn't have a college degree. Steve Jobs and his partner Wozniak, no college degrees there. They worked hard. They had a passion for what they wanted to do. And, it took a lot of time to do it, but they did it. Yeah. And they were and are wildly successful men. And there are women out there with the same story too.
Success for a long time has been predicated on the belief that you make a lot of money without working really hard. It's really never been predicated on making a lot of money and working your ass off. So when you see people and they look like they've got the easy life, oh, well, what do you do? Oh, I'm a doctor, I'm an accountant, I'm an investment banker. Those are all white collar jobs. And so that appeals to a lot of people's perspective of what is successful. Well, how do you get there? For all those jobs, you got to have a college degree. When you see a guy who he rolls up, he may roll up in a brand new pickup truck, but he gets out of that truck and he's covered in dirt, grease, and grime from working his tail off to make that $200K a year or whatever he's making. That doesn't translate well to a lot of college kids. So that's why you see that difference, in my opinion.
And also,
it's entitlement.
What do you think the top sales rep at your local Mercedes dealership makes?
I honestly have no idea.
200, 250 a year?
Maybe.
Easily.
I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing that I know from personal experience, because I saw it, is, you know, everyone says, "Oh, I want to be a doctor." They make bank, you know, they make lots of money. Yeah, you know, okay. A lot of doctors make a lot of money. A lot of doctors actually don't. It depends on how good they are and where they're working. But I will tell you from personal experience, being a doctor, yeah, make a lot of money. You work your ass off to do it. And there's a lot of time away from your family, from your friends. There's a lot of long hours, a lot of overnights. God forbid you're an ER doc, which is a whole nother level. My father worked a lot of nights, a lot of weekends, long hours. There were a lot of times I didn't see my father for a lot of nights in a row, and I was in school, so I didn't see him during the day. You didn't see him. He was working. He was doing what he needed to do to advance himself in his career. It took a lot of years to pay off his loans or his education. Not nearly as bad as it was.
But get up that hill.
What is that?
It's the same thing I did. I sacrificed so much, man, going over the road, being gone for months at a time, and just and you know, a lot of people say, you know, like making it said biggest high school. They say, I had a high school teacher. She hated my guts, man. And she kept telling me, "Why are you not doing your assignments?" I said, "I don't have to do these assignments you give me." I said, "As long as I make a 70 or above on the test, I'm going to pass this class." And she says, what gives you the right to not do the assignments I give you? I said, "I don't have to do these." I said, "I can sit here and listen to your spiel all day long. But I said, as long as I make a 70 or better on every test you give me, it doesn't matter. I don't have to do book reports. I don't have to sit here and do all this bullshit." You know what I'm saying? And a lot of students, a lot of kids look at me, they're like, "What?"
It ain't like that anymore.
No, hell no, it ain't like that no more.
No. Now, I'm not saying
I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to do any assignment you give me. I said, as long as I make a 70 or better on every test that we got or you give me, I said, I'm going to pass with at least a C average.
Yeah. Now, I wasn't saying all that about my father just to brag on him and, you know, that he's successful and everything. He is. But what I'm saying is, even when you have those big degrees, even when you have the word doctor in front of your name, or you have a higher end college degree or whatever, you're still working. You're still working your ass off, even after you have that 4-year degree, 6-year degree, 8-year degree, whatever. You're still working.
You do.
Well,
but
those things you named about your dad are traits of a successful person. Really,
Yes.
with or without a degree.
Yeah,
I mean, plenty of high school grads that start their own business have worked 80 hours a week, worked nights, worked weekends, had to spend time away from their family, had to make personal sacrifices for their.
100% agree, Lou. 100% agree. You're
Mrs. Lou is my age, so 42, and until 2 years ago, she was still paying her college loans. Saleen, you want to tell them why she's not paying them anymore? You know.
I know.
Tell them.
Lou too.
Paid them off.
Who?
You did.
No.
Wait a minute. Trump Mrs.
Did.
Trump did. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Hogue, you've been waiting patiently.
It's like Slim, you know, he's got a wife and a young daughter, and hell, he's gone all the fucking time. I mean, look at all the time he's sacrificing from his family, you know, to make money, you know what I'm saying, to make a living for the fucking family. I mean, people don't realize, man, I mean, like I said, I sacrificed a lot back in the day to get where I'm at now. I mean, months, gone, I mean, no Christmas, no Thanksgiving, no birthdays, and I mean, just you're stuck out in the fucking middle of nowhere at a goddamn truck stop. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually,
So-
believe it or not, I'm actually home more now than what I used to be. And this is something me and you have talked about. I'm sure Lou and probably everybody else would agree with this. I think people get a little too hung up on the money. I could quit my job now and go tomorrow and have another job making almost triple.
Yeah.
And I know Jesse said he could have done the same thing. But you know what? I can pay my bills with what I make. I can buy a lot of the stuff I want with what I make. But I would rather be at home more than have that money.
Well, that's not taking away from your work ethic. That's going towards who you are as a person and what you value. If you're a person, and when you're younger, and you're a person who wants to, provide for your family, to give yourself that nest egg, or to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, and maybe go out once a week and have family dinner at Golden Corral. When I started out in sales, I started out working for a window company, and in 1 year, I drove 65,000 miles in 1 year. And I'm here to tell you, you sit down and you do the math on that, that's more than 1,000 miles a week. And for somebody who's just driving a little car, who's making stops, who's doing 3 and 4 hour presentations every day, you add all that up. You see how much time away from home that is. Every bit of that was so that I could sharpen my own skill set and provide a good family or a good way of life for my family. Those are all skills that successful people have and use. Now, was I making good money? Yes. Was I ever home? No. And so there came a point where we got financially stable enough that we said, okay, my skill set is good enough to transition to another job where the hours are better, where the conditions are better. And I did that, and I have continued to do that until I got to this job where I'm at now, which I'll probably never leave. It's that good here. But today's society, these kids aren't taught that you can do that. A mechanic, a master mechanic who's been doing mechanic work for 20 years will easily make over $100,000 a year at the right place. And these kids aren't taught that. They're taught that you got to go out and spend boatloads of money to get a college degree and then hope you can find a job. When what they should be doing is finding places that they want to work, finding out if that place has a tuition reimbursement program, which a lot do, start working at that job, get the tuition reimbursement, and work while they're going to college. You're going to have to sacrifice that time anyway. You might as well be getting paid, getting your tuition reimbursement, and getting your degree all at the same time, so that whenever you get done with your degree, you already have the job and the degree is paid for. After that, you can go work wherever you want to, but I bet you'll find out that you'll make a lot more money and have a lot less debt doing it that way.
Yeah, see, nobody thinks like that though, Brett. That's the fucking problem.
Jump in as soon as you
But anyways,
can.
yeah, let Hall come in here
Right.
and so go ahead, Hall.
All right.
You know
what?
what? It's really funny that Brett brought that up, because just the other day I was talking to one of my old bosses. The Valero Oil Refinery in Memphis is willing to pay 100% for people to go to college for petroleum engineering as long as you sign a contract, work for that company for 4 years.
Yep.
Jump it, Mike.
All
You're
right.
gonna
First of
get
all,
run
the
over.
champ here. Hey, Brett. All right. What I'm going to say is, what do you do with a degree in journalism and you worked in media and stuff like that? It didn't work out. Then you tried different fields and stuff like that. And if it wasn't for me umpiring right now, I'm back on the streets homeless. I've been rejected for 3 jobs this week and 5 last week because I've been told I've been overqualified.
Okay,
Where did
stop.
you get that
Stop.
from?
Hold on, stop. When you fill out your application, and I apologize if my phone cuts off, I'm at 2%. When you fill out your application, you're going in there and you're loading that thing down to the T. Don't do that.
Yeah, dub
Go in
down
there
yourself. Dub it down a little bit.
Go in there, put on high school diploma, put on some college. And when you get the interview and they start asking you questions, this is the best question you can ever ask somebody who's interviewing you. Write it down, back it up and listen to it later, but use this. What do you see the person in this position that gets this job at or doing in 6 months once they're here? And what you'll find out is they will tell you exactly what they want, expect, and need. And you say, that's easy. I can do every bit of that.
But, and I've done that and stuff. And you're not the first person that's told me that, Brett, and I appreciate you telling me that. But it's just like, what are you supposed to do? I mean, a lot of times I won't even do the application. I'll just drop off the resume, and I'll just put in like 3 jobs and stuff, my 3 jobs and stuff. A lot of times they won't even do it. They're just asking for the resumes and stuff because you do like everything you're doing online now.
Where you work? How long have you been without a job?
Well, I had a good job last year working for making trailers and stuff like that because of COVID. Fortunately, I ran into one of my old supervisors today, and that might be changing next week because they're doing a job fair, so I might be able to get my job back. So.
This is the first thing I would do. How old are you, by the way? If you don't mind me asking, you're probably.
I hit 50 in August. I hit 50 in August.
You turned 50 in August?
Yes.
So I would assume the places that you're applying are not blue collar jobs.
Yeah, actually they are. I got all kinds of experience. So
my advice to you, honestly, would be to I would dumb down my resume a little bit because they may feel like they can't afford to pay you what you're worth. They want a younger, fresh out of college person or whatever. And just say whatever when it says when you get down to the salary line, put less than what you're paying now.
I don't even do that.
I told you earlier, Michael, when you asked me that question, I said what it is when you come in there and they're overqualified, they can't pay you what you're actually worth. The schooling and what your education and that's why I told you earlier. I said you're probably gonna have to dumb down your fucking resume and dumb down your fucking application. You're actually gonna go in there and just make yourself look like a normal person. Don't get in there. I went to college for 18 years and I can do this. No, go in there and just be somebody that they want to hire.
Sure, but another thing I got to ask you.
Jump in when you can, man.
Yeah, just go in there. Just tell them, look, hey, if they ask you the question like Big Dog Brett said, just tell them the truth, but dub down that application as much as possible because I'm telling you, people today. Now, if you're at an engineering firm and or whatever, or they want to hire this and that, that's all well and good. But when you're trying to just get something to provide for you to put money on the damn table and a roof over your head, hey, brother, you might have to dub down that application just a little bit to get your foot in the door. To get you a damn paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people these days, man, are not. It's not that they don't want to hire you; they can't afford you because they know you have student debt. Well,
you have to. You've got to compete. You've got to compete against a younger breed of person.
Exactly.
You have to compete against a 24, 25-year-old that the company is going to look at somebody that they can invest in. If you walk in the door and you're like, hey, look, I get that I'm 50. I get it. And I can bring enough experience to the table to make up for whatever you think you're going to gain by training one of these new hires. And that's fine. But here's what you won't get on paper. I don't believe in drama. I don't believe in showing up late for work. I believe in staying late. I believe in taking blame and giving credit. And I believe that you are going to pay more money for somebody else to figure those things out over the first 5 years than you'll ever pay me.
If I owned my own trucking company and I would have, say, 10, 50-year-olds working for me that showed up to work every fucking day, did their fucking job, got to load their safe, and basically busted their ass for me because I took care of them and made sure they made good money. Or could I have 35, 25-year-olds working for me, fucking shit up, getting in a hurry, goddamn tearing trucks up, not taking care of trucks? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they may make me 5 times the money that the 10, 50-year-olds make. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'll take the 10, 50-year-olds making, less money, but they're more responsible. They take care of the trucks. I don't have a problem with maintenance. I don't have a problem with fucking accidents, tearing shit up. Give me that all damn day long. See, that's what you have to put yourself in. You have to let them know I'm not going to be a liability.
Yeah.
Somebody let JC speak here because he was sitting in the back for a while. What do you need,
Oh,
JC?
shit. My bad, JC.
Sorry, JC.
I didn't need anything. I just wanted to join the stream.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to make sure.
Well, all right. Now, let me ask you this, Raj. And
I lost breath.
A lot of companies now. Okay, now see the thing is though, I try to be truthful and maybe I should dub it down. But what's going to happen if, like, I dub it down, they do the background check, and they come and say, hey, why didn't you tell me about this job or this job, and they get you for falsifying your application resume.
You're not falsifying anything. You're basically making yourself a better person for that job.
Mm-hmm.
You're not telling them nothing you didn't know.
You're not lying.
You didn't lie.
You're not putting false information. You're just holding some information back.
Right. Yeah, you're not falsifying shit.
That's a lie by omission. Yeah. But I'm not one of those people.
You put on the application.
That's not really lying. That's just you're applying for the job. You're reconstructing your resume to just apply for just that job.
And if they ask you, you just be truthful. Say, listen, I have a higher education. I have a lot more experience, and I have a lot more life experience than these people. But you're not going to hire me over a 24-year-old. I had to do what I had to do as a man. And I'm telling you right now, that's going to go a long fucking way, especially if a supervisor that's your age, maybe a couple years younger, maybe a little older. Because in today's age, a lot of people, we kind of take care of people our age. And if you say to them, hey, man, well, why didn't you tell me? You just tell them the truth. Say, look, man, I'm very overqualified for this job. But damn it, I need to eat. I need to put a roof over my you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people that apply for these jobs are still living at home, or they're roommating with 3 or 4 other fucking people. I mean, that's what I was trying to say earlier. I could literally own my own trucking company. I would rather have 10, 50-year-old drivers working for me that takes care of their shit. They're there every fucking day. I don't have to worry about the loads getting there. I don't have to worry about trucks getting tore up. Or I can hire 50, 25-year-olds and make 10 times my money. But at the same time, I'm going to have to pay 10 times of trucking insurance. I'm going to have to pay 10 times of fucking maintenance. I'm going to have to pay, tickets. These motherfuckers are going to be running this shit, tearing shit up. And they're, when you're dealing with customers, they're not going to get the fucking loads there. They're going to bitch and raise hell, and they're going to get a fucking attitude. But people like you, Michael, who have been in the game, I'd rather hire 10 of y'all to represent my company. But see, people don't look at it like I do. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to kind of dub it down a little bit to say, hey, I may not be as productive as a 24, 25-year-old, but I'm going to be here every day. I will work overtime if I have to, weekends. You have to convince them that's what's so fucked up about today is you have to convince them, because they look at, see, the thing about it is today is, and I know y'all can disagree if you want to. The thing with chess is people look, the first impressions are, I'm telling you, the first impressions today is how they're going to hire you, if they're going to hire you or not, period. They're going to look at you and say, no, they're going to give you the big spiel and give you the interview, but at the end of the day, you're just wasting your fucking time. They're not going to hire you.
Yep, that's just like they say, like when they look at the resumes, in the first 30 seconds, they're going to know if they're going to hire you or they're just going to put in file cabinet 13. It's just so frustrating when you know you got the experience, but yet it's just like even when you dub it down, they're not willing to pay because of the younger. They want to think they should pay more money. I'm happy. I was making $40,000 last when I first started this job. I'll be happy with $30,000, just as long as I can work 8 to 10 hours a day.
Well, see, there's not a lot of people out there like you that's going to work for 8 to 10 hours a day for $30,000 a year. That's the thing. Go ahead, Slim. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, you're good. And that actually kind of goes to an overarching problem with society today that, and I'm sure Michael knows this, and it would do a lot of young people some good to realize this. Sometimes life just ain't fair.
Nope.
That is true.
It's just the way it goes.
And that's the problem with it. That's the problem with fucking today's society is they can't take no as a fucking answer. Yeah. I mean, and they get so fucking mad because it's like, why did I get this job or why didn't this? Because you know why? You can't show up to a fucking job interview with one red fucking t-shirt and a pair of gym shorts and one pair of shoes.
Well, not even that.
Not
even that. Take his situation as a perfect example. You can be overqualified for a job. You can have all the life experience in the world, but some people are just going to have it set in their mind, I want the younger person that's going to be able to put in more time.
All right.
It's not fair, but it's just the way life is sometimes.
Exactly.
Yep. Have you ever heard a saying before, there's a job with your name on it, it's not going to fall into your lap. You just got to go out and get it.
No. You'll be fine, Michael. You're going to find something, brother. And you, like I said, man, just, keep fucking pegging away, brother. I mean, because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, man, somebody's going to look at you for look at you for you.
Yeah.
And say, you know what, that guy's my man.
Yeah.
I know I can depend on him. And I know for a fucking fact he's going to be here on fucking time every day. He's going to want to work overtime, weekends. I'm not going to run the shit out of him. I don't want to run him off. But at the same time, these motherfuckers out here, man, that hire these young, that's why the trucking industry has got such a shit fucking, a fucking big fucking shit stain here lately, because these trucking companies hire everybody that wants their ass in the seat.
Yep, not bad. All right, Saleen, I'm going to get going because J-Dub's wanting to get back in. Thanks for your time, guys. I appreciate it. Raj?
Yeah, Raj, there.
See you Friday, man.
Call me anytime, brother.
Will do. Thanks.
Well, actually, I'm bumping up on my time limit here because I gotta leave the house. So
right.
I gotta actually, I actually gotta bring
too.
this. I gotta bring the stream to a close.
I gotta go too. So thanks for having me, though.
Hey, no problem. No problem. Huh?
JC, come on Friday, brother. We'll have you in, man. We'll
yeah. Everyone who is here, you got to come back on Friday. But yeah, I got to go. So I got
info. Damn, Saleen left us in here by ourselves, Slim.
He kicked himself out.
He kicked his own self out. Well, he did that a while back on that sweet tater pie deal. He said we can go fuck ourselves. He threw the keyboard down.
Yeah.
It was like me. What was it? Me, you, Lou, and somebody else.
I don't know what happened there, but I got kicked out of my own stream.
I don't know. We were fixing to keep it rolling like we did Pigskin Pete stream when he kicked himself out.
Yeah. No, I don't know what that was, but I don't know. But I gotta go, so I gotta shut the stream down.
Okay. So. Slim, coming on Friday.
Wrap her up and come on back on Friday. Well, I know you will, Jesse, but
As long as I'm not busy, yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Tenfold driver. Sounds good, man.
All right, boss. Y'all have a good one.
Tenfold. All right, y'all have a good one. Saleen, I'll see you Friday, buddy.
All right, see you later, man.
Peace.
Peace and what is it? What does Jesse always say? Peace and hair grease. Anyway, I gotta go. So I don't know why I got kicked out of my own stream there for about 10 seconds, but whatever. So again, we're doing happy hour from 4 p.m. to 4 p.m. to whatever, at least 6 p.m. Here on this channel. This will be the last time we do that, and then it'll be back on Jesse's channel. So everyone come on back. It'll be Jesse and me co-hosting, and I'll open the StreamYard right away, or more or less right away, because that seems to be very popular. Everyone on the way out, don't forget to click that thumbs up button for me. It does help the channel. I did get one super chat from Big Lee, who was lying to everyone when he said Geo Metros are better than Mustangs. This is a lie. There's almost no car out there on the world better than a Mustang. Great topic about, I don't know how we stumbled on it, but it was a lot of fun to do. So, and I appreciate everyone in the chat, everyone who came on the yard with me. It was a lot of fun. We'll do it all again on Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, right here on this channel.